All right, how's it going, my magnificent sons of bitches? Now, tomorrow, probably between the hours of 6 and 7, I plan on doing a live stream, and anybody who's in the CGK or the GCK, the Click chat room, I'm probably going to go ahead and drop the link. If you want to go ahead and join me Monday while we're sitting here taking shots at Monday Night Raw before Raw comes on the air, feel free to go ahead and join me on my live stream. I'll probably just, like I said, just drop the link into that chat group, and then anybody who wants to join me, we can go ahead and talk about wrestling and the state of wrestling as it is for at least about an hour. But I wanted to come back and do a video. I did a video of the worst atrocities of the Democrat Party, and mind you that the Democrats Party in and of itself is an atrocity. And the Republicans have a pretty bad reputation as well. But with that being said, I figured I would go ahead and do a top 5 reasons why MAGA sucks. So we'll get into number 5, right? And this one's, it's pretty horrible. But we already know that Donald Trump understands that the media is entirely fake. It's entirely scripted. Nobody watches this shit anymore. And whenever Obama was in office, he went ahead and passed H.R. 5736. After everybody on the internet started calling out the mainstream media for being fake and scripted, this was before Donald Trump decided he was going to brand it fake news. Obama passed this legislation, which is the Counter Propaganda Act, where they could ultimately use this to go ahead and censor the internet in H.R. 5181. Now, Trump's first term, he had a majority in both the House and the Senate. He's supposed to be running as a Republican, right? You're supposed to be a conservative. Why wouldn't you repeal H.R. 5736 and H.R. 5181? I have to ask that. It's very fucking suspicious why you wouldn't repeal the propaganda bill, H.R. 5736, the Smith Modernization Act, and why you damn sure wouldn't repeal the Counter Propaganda Act that Obama passed. Do you understand what I'm saying? It means that, you try to pretend to be like a conservative, anti-establishment guy, but you don't do conservative, anti-establishment type of shit. You didn't, the whole administration, you didn't really do a lot of conservative things. Yeah, you did the tax cuts. I'll give you that. But then, you went ahead and doubled down on the left-wing propaganda bullshit because you allowed the Democrats to go ahead and rig the elections in 2018. You allowed the Democrats to go ahead and rig the election in 2020. If you remove those propaganda bills that handcuffs the mainstream media where they could be held accountable, and even if you didn't repeal H.R. 5736, if you just repealed the H.R. 5181, the mainstream media would still be getting roasted daily on the internet, and you would also have, and this is why a lot of you YouTubers out there, and a lot of you, what do they call them, internet influencers, this is why you don't have much of an audience. You don't really know where everybody is right now. You don't know what the trend is. You don't know what the popular thing is right now. You really don't know, and a large part of that is because of H.R. 5181. Is because there's no organic traffic on any of these sites. So, you're kind of like in your own little echo chambers now, marketing, grifting. You've got shills trying to market to grifters and grifters trying to market to shills as best they fucking can. So there's no real legitimate market. So I go ahead and say that Obama not repealing those, and like I said, Republicans, you should really take a look at yourself because those bills should have been repealed immediately. They should have never been allowed. But now we have more fake news. We have them talking about fucking E. Jean Carroll. We have them sitting there talking about some stupid shit. The Republicans are trying to use it to go ahead and do the border crisis type bullshit in Lincoln Riley. And it gets old. It doesn't matter. It's old. It's already past its time. It's shit that should be removed. It's shit that should have never been implemented. And Donald Trump did not remove that at all. So that's at number 5. At number 4, right? They're all concerned about the border crisis, right? Oh my God, we have a border crisis. Look at all the thousands, and see how they're using this, and they're saying Lincoln Riley, which, they just basically took Lincoln Riley's name and added a fucking A on it, and I'm supposed to go ahead and buy into this ridiculous fucking psyop as if it doesn't stink, just like the rest of the fucking leftist fucking State Department psyops. I'm supposed to buy into it. However, they had a chance to do your border wall, which isn't my first choice. I believe in the American Springs. Let's go ahead and use Mexican oil. Let's go ahead and fix up their infrastructure. Let's go ahead and take away jobs from the CIA and take away those drug cartels and, those sex trafficking operations that everybody will claim that they need to fight against, but are totally going to sit there and say, well, we need to go ahead and compromise. Absolutely fucking not. Let's just go ahead, use that oil from the Latin American countries, take out these illegal drug cartel enterprises, and go ahead and use the money from the oil revenue that we would get from Asia, the Asian market, to go ahead and fix Mexico's infrastructure, to go ahead and balance our budget and pay off our economy, and to go ahead and we'll go ahead and extend this offer into Canada too, and we'll just start in American Springs. That would be my choice. However, Trump had that chance to go ahead and get the funding for that wall out of the Democrats whenever he was going to go ahead and sign off on DACA. No, we're not going to bargain. We'll just go ahead and sign off on DACA, and then we'll get the wall built. Man, he just fucking blew smoke up everybody's fucking ass. And everybody in the MAGA movement, well, there's not too many of them. Like I said, right now, the way I see it is like 2% of the country support Joe Biden. 25% of the country supports Donald Trump. It's still a hell of a lot more that support Donald Trump than Joe Biden. The Democrat Party has been a shit party since the fucking 60s. They only got over Obama because that was their diversity hire candidate. And Donald Trump ran on the Republican ticket because nobody really, at the end of the day, none of the people who are going to vote really like Democrat policies. That's just it. And this is the way it's been since the fucking 70s, whenever we started to move away, whenever we did start to actually get diverse, not this fucking pseudo diversity from the millennials. You swear to God that they were the ones to create diversity. But whenever the United States started to become more diverse, they stopped voting for Democrats because there's no party for the white nationalists. Nobody's going to vote for white nationalist Democrats that are single-minded and have no real ambitions or ideas. Right now they're going. So there's no reason why the Republicans haven't crushed the fucking Democrats for since the fucking 70s. The Democrats should have never ever. Bill Clinton wouldn't have won if Ross Perot didn't jump in. That shows you how bad they suck. So they really shouldn't have. Until Obama, they really shouldn't have won since fucking LBJ. Obama should have been the first Democrat president since LBJ. And I'm being honest. So, with that being said, we have, the DACA wall. He caved on DACA. He doesn't care about your immigration, but now all of a sudden, since he needs to run on it, back in, because it seems to me like both Obama and Donald Trump are controlled by, that Joe Biden and Donald Trump are both controlled by Obama. And more than likely, Obama's controlled by George Soros. And it just seems like, it's a fucking hidden hand bullshit that all these motherfuckers do. Like I said, it's a big club and you're not in it, right? That's what fucking, what's that? George Carlin said. Absolutely 110% fucking right. So, number 3, he tried to pass the red flag laws. He tried to. It didn't work out because fucking the Second Amendment is the one single biggest fucking losing issue for the Democrats. And it doesn't matter if you're a fucking Rhino Republican or if you're a fucking socialist Democrat, you will lose every fucking time when we start to go ahead and try to say we're going to infringe even a minute little bit. Most of these legislations that the Democrats pretend that they're going to interact, they already have. So mind you that whenever they sit there and say the gun hole loophole, we need universal background checks, they're absolutely 110% lying. You cannot trust a Democrat no further than they can throw you. because we know that they're fucking weak people. I'm not going to sit there and say that no further than I could throw a Democrat, because if I get pissed enough, I could probably throw a Democrat a pretty good fucking distance. But, I can't trust a Democrat no further than he can throw my ass. All right? That means not at all. It means, they're fucking weak and cowards. That's what they are. And they depend on you. They're kind of like parasites. So, you had Donald Trump sitting there trying to go ahead and push this Trans-Pacific Partnership, particularly the small arms agreement in the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Oh, we need to go ahead and work with Dianne Feinstein. You remember her rubbing her hands like that and saying, "Oh yeah, we need to work with these to get the red flag laws passed." Nobody's going to go along with the red flag laws. However, if you go ahead and you do what you should have done to begin with, and this is all the fucking Democrats, all these Democrats, all the Republicans, whenever y'all should have already been past this. Everybody's calling the shit fake news anymore. Your propaganda outlets are absolutely not working. There's no traffic on your social media sites, so you have no fucking clue exactly where everybody is. If everybody got pissed off and decided to riot, most of you people probably wouldn't know before it was too late. It'd be way too late, because you have no idea where the hell society is, particularly on the cost of everything going up. Hell, even I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing shit from different perspectives. I'm hearing how bad it is in California from California YouTubers. I don't live in California, so I don't know. I can only take what they're saying and what they're complaining about. It's the same thing in Pennsylvania. I hear a lot of people talk about how much food cost and how the cost of living is going up sky fucking high in Pennsylvania. Here where I live at, shit's going up, don't get me wrong, but it's like, not ridiculous. I'm not starving or anything, as you can tell right now. I ain't missing any fucking meals. But it's that whole deal of, if they would have repealed that, then you wouldn't have had all of this shit. You wouldn't have had all of this shit. So at number 2, I have that stimulus package, the inflation. And mind you that Donald Trump, while it would have been Nancy Pelosi and Congress's job to go ahead and monitor, they're responsible. Congress, fucking, it's Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution says that Congress is, liable for all the debt and the monetary system and whatnot. So they're the ones that are responsible for taking care of your monetary system. However, Donald Trump should have said, no, you know what? We're not going to shut down the economy, which they did. And we're not going to go ahead and print out all this stimulus money, which he did. Absolutely 110%. So we had to go ahead and, inflate this dollar because of the fucking lockdowns that Donald Trump, that the left was pushing. If Donald Trump, there yet again, repeals that HR 5736, and the State Department can't put out propaganda to sit there and, get the masses all into arms, then you don't have the shutdown, you don't have the stimulus, and you don't have this inflation. That's going to happen for at least another 5 to 6 years. It's going to happen for another 5 to 6 years. So mind you that prices are not topped out. It's a good thing I live in this area, and it's not as bad as it is in those fucking left-leaning areas where they put on another 11% tax. It's not a Democrat state. We don't have any state taxes, but I guarantee you those ones that put on a state tax on every fucking thing that you have, then yeah, your shit's about to go up. So at number 1, I'm going to go ahead and go with Operation Warp Speed. This is whenever companies were deciding to go ahead and say, oh, well, you didn't get your VA-XX. We can go ahead and let you go. And I was one of those people that were let go for not getting that VA-XX. And mind you that Donald Trump should have done shit. He should have cut that shit off at the beginning, said, you know what? If you want to go ahead and go in your little Dungeons and Dragons guild, if you want to go back to your left-wing lunatic fucking world, and then, be fucking paranoid about everything and talk about how everybody's discriminating against you and how the cops are coming after you, you go right the fuck ahead. However, with that being said, we're going to sit there. We're not going to shut down the economy just because you have the fucking sniffles. All right. And the sheer fact is, If you want to get the VAXX, get the VAXX, but it's not going to be required. You cannot sit there and create a medical apartheid, and you cannot go ahead and discriminate based on somebody's VAXX record and whatnot, which is exactly what the fuck they did. So, anyways, that's the 5 things. That's the 5 reasons why MAGA sucks. You know what I'm saying? Why they, they pretend to sit there and be something other than the left, but you always work with the left. And like I said, like I said in the comment section, like I said in the descriptions, HR 47 or Agenda 47, HR 2025, I don't have a problem with the shit. I really don't. It's a means to the end. It's a means to the end. It's a means to an end. Because the left wing and all the radicalized fucking groups and shit need to be put into check. So, am I going to be all for, I'm not even voting next year. Am I going to sit there and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to sign off on this fucking Project 2025. Hey, I'm going to sign off on this Agenda 47. Fuck no, I'm not going to sign off on that shit. No more than I would fucking sign off on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. However, am I going to come out against it? To me, it seems like a necessary evil to me. Seems like a necessary evil. You motherfuckers want to sit there and talk about voting for the less of 2 evils. Less of 2 evils. I deserve choice. I deserve this. I deserve that. You're a bigot, racist, homophobe. Well, then fine. You know what? I'll show you fucking bigot, racist, and homophobe. Go ahead and pass Agenda 47. Go ahead and pass Project 2025. Let them motherfuckers go ahead and take charge for a little while. And then let you fucking commies go ahead and reap what you fucking sow, because you fucking sold the shit, not me. I didn't sow shit. You sowed this shit. So you think that I'm going to, weep over you because, I'm being single. You know what? Fuck it. You've done it to everybody else since 2009. You've been sitting here labeling everybody homophobes, bigots, and trying to sit there and discriminate against people who should have a voice on YouTube, who should have a voice on Twitter, who should have a voice on Facebook, deleting account after account after account after account in Silicon Valley and shit in California. Yeah, So you think I'm going to sit there and say, oh my God, look at how they're discriminating against the poor LGBTQ fucking radicalized, insane, feminazi, gay Reich motherfucker. I'm not going to give a shit at the end of the day. I'm not going to care. Be like, oh, okay. You know what? Yeah. Remember whenever y'all were pretending to go ahead and, lock up Trump supporters because of the psyop you had on January 6th, that by this point in time, the media's credibility was already dead with the January 6th shit? Nobody's watching this shit. You're getting like, what? It's like less than 2% of the country buys into the media anymore. And I guarantee you, you look at the fucking trends on Twitter and, you're not coming to any kind of real, you're not coming into any real fucking enlightenment there. It's not really influence. It's not a position of influence. How do you even call yourself a fucking internet influencer? You're not. There's no fucking traffic there. You're in an echo chamber. All these motherfuckers are in an echo chamber. That's what you've done to the internet. So whenever we go ahead and flip that echo chamber, and then there's going to be more traffic on there because, of course, there's going to be more people out there under the fucking MAGA group because that's 25% of the population. Right now, the internet's only accommodating 2% of the fucking population, less than 2%. It's like 1.6% of the population that the internet is accommodating right now. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. You people tell me what you think. You like, sub, follow, friend, do the shit the internet tells me to do to get over. And for now, I'm out.